how to turn your business idea into a product or service. So this is a question that I got asked from one of the members in Ben's Business Book Club. This is episode number 10 of Ben's Business Podcast, and I've not been on Facebook Live the last few weeks because I've been doing interviews privately. I've been recording them and sticking them up on YouTube, and I've been sharing them every week. So if you want to check them, you can scroll down and see the previous ones, or visit my YouTube channel, or go to iTunes to listen to the other podcasts with interviews with guests like Richard Moore, Devin Scott, and other sales coaches and people who can help you grow your business with their wisdom. So go back and have a look at them. This week, I'm going to be answering the question of turning your business idea into an actual product. The question was product or service, but I'm going to really focus on product today because I think it's where I can bring most value. Obviously, for a service, the best way is to gather all your knowledge and experience that you have on that topic that you're wanting to go into, the idea, and sell per hour. So basically consulting or coaching, that's one way to turn that idea of, like, this is based on a hobby or a passion that this guy had and how he wanted to turn that into a business or a product or service. So consulting would definitely be the way forward for doing it as a service. But if we are focusing on product today, the hobby was actually personal development. So the other question is, how do you turn personal development into like, how could you make a product out of that passion? And my answer to that is basically look on Udemy, for example. You could package your knowledge again and go for an ebook. You can write a book and make an ebook, sell it online, or you can package it and make 6-7 videos, even interviewing, similar to what I'm doing, interviewing experts on personal development in that field, and getting them to do the talking. You just ask the question, or you could do the talking yourself. It depends what you're wanting to do, or you can sell the audio, or all forms. You can write it, you can record it on video, or you can use the audio, and you can sell that as premium content. You could do something like this to provide free content as a sort of lead to a funnel towards your premium content, and talk about your premium content. So sometimes I'll talk about my marketing services, or today I'm going to talk a wee bit about my Amazon Gold Rush, which is a course that I've got, amazongoldrush.com, and you can talk about your products when you're doing your free content, and that's one way to do it. Okay, so it's the question I've been asked is how to turn your business idea into a product. And what the three things I'm going to talk about is get a passion and hobby list. Write those things down if you've not decided on that idea, or you've got that you're on the fence with what to go with. Get a passion and hobby list written down on a sheet of paper. Go through all them and see what products and services are being sold in that area. Next thing is to look at the competition, but look for low competition as well. That's very important. And look for where the demand is. If there's already high demand, then that's a good industry to go into, and see what products are selling really well on Amazon, for example. If you can find a product on Amazon for this kind of product for personal development, it's quite difficult. It's probably not where people go unless they're buying books on Amazon for personal development. They're most likely to go onto lynda.com or udemy.com and find online courses. You could maybe on Amazon find, I've thought of some examples as maybe those inspirational wall plaques, quotes up on the wall that people buy. They sell for $12. That's a decent profit if you could buy the product in China. So get a supplier. Hi Alfie, thanks for joining. You could get a supplier in China, and you can find the suppliers on Alibaba.com, and I do a lot of training on how to find good suppliers in China through Alibaba.com and start a private label business. So that's one way to do it. But if we're focusing on personal development and how to use that, I would say definitely the marketplace that are looking for that kind of training is definitely on Udemy and lynda.com. But you could also sell it just through your own website. So you build a landing page and get your videos recorded, stick it into YouTube, for example, and make it a private link so that people can't just go onto YouTube and search and find it, but you make it a private video and people who buy the course get sent a private link. And that's one way to get it going fast. So that's one idea of getting the sort of hobby and passion list, and then package your knowledge and experience and put it together. But definitely do that research on what's out there already, what competition there is, and then make a decision based on that research and those factors. One way to do that is polling. Like, for example, I started this podcast based on lots of feedback I got from my book club, Ben's Business Book Club. Done a massive poll, and I got lots of feedback and found out that the main reason they're in the group is to grow their business over the community and learning about which books to read next. So that was a very interesting discovery. So I agree that we should poll everything before we take action, because you can find a lot of discoveries that you would never find out just thinking yourself. So bring your community in, friends, family, and test. Just get people to give you feedback all the time. Always ask, do you like this? Do you not like this? What do you not like about this? And ask for critical feedback, constructive feedback. And that's how you can get areas, directions on where to go next with that product or that idea that you've got. If we were looking at Amazon again, we could look at the bestseller rank, and you can find that. Just go to Google and search for Amazon bestseller ranking. You get the 100 bestseller list there, or you get the top selling products, and then you can click into the individual categories and find what bestsellers there are in those individual categories. So if you find your hobby and passion and pick the one that you want to go into, or you can pick multiple and then do that research on where the money is, where the volume of actual sales are, and the demand, and then you can decide that you're going to go into that market. It could be there's not really personal development unless you're going to write a book and put on Amazon or an ebook or like Kindle selling. So in other industries, if other people are watching or listening to this, that's one way to do it. You could go into all the categories on Amazon and find out that way. Once you've got that, you can then use Jungle Scout on Amazon, and Jungle Scout is a Chrome app that you can add on an extension, and you could, once you search for something, you find a category of like high selling products on Amazon, you would be able to find out exactly how much each seller is selling each individual product for. So how much they're making off of, for example, those inspirational quote wall plaques. If they're selling for $10 each or something, you see the volume of the sales. You can see exactly what they're making per month off of that individual product, which is a really good tool that you can use for research and data to decide, oh, there's definitely potential there to start a business. There's enough people buying this in volume. So that's a tick for you. But then you need to look at like how much competition there is. And one way to do that is look at the reviews that people have on their Udemy course or on their Amazon product. If they've got lots and lots of reviews, people really like this product, so you're competing against that. And it's just like if you wrote a book and you've picked a topic in personal development, it's probably best to write the book after you've done that upfront research. And that's what the idea of picking your hobby, but then doing the competition versus high demand, balancing that out first, and then going into the topic when solving a problem that's actually solved, rather than where there's books already written on that subject to help that problem that's already been solved in a way. And then once you've got that idea and you've decided to go into that market with that hobby, with a wee niche you've found where there's low competition, then you need to think about getting this product put together as quickly as possible and out into the market. So that's called a MVP, which is a minimum viable product. And that's really just getting, for example, 6 interviews done with someone, with different people. That's getting other people's knowledge, asking them to interview. You could even pay them to interview them. So you could pay them £500 for their time or something, and then you can sell the product yourself because you now own that. So that's one way of doing it in personal development. If you were to make a e-course, so you package that up, get it out to the market as quickly as possible. MVP, by the way, the other ways that you can sort that out is just don't invest too much into the product that you're building, the idea, because you can invest way too much. I heard Ty Lopez talking about this on his Facebook Live the other day, that someone had an app idea and he thought it was brilliant, but he obviously didn't do the polling and the research and seeing what the competition was out there. And when he invested $1 million into it, he put it out to the market and no one wanted it. So he totally wasted all his life savings and investing in this app, and no one wanted it. So he wasted a lot of money. And that's the idea of just doing a lot of research before you jump into it. And then getting this MVP put together, just the bare bones of the product, and cut out all the extra features and get the most beneficial version of that product out that's valuable to the consumers who are going to buy it or listen to the course, and get that out, get feedback, just like running it through. I've got a private Facebook group, a community of people who give me lots of feedback and have helped me build up this podcast to give. Basically, they're helping me to help them. So I'm asking them lots of questions, saying, what can I do to make this better? And I keep trying to deliver what they're actually asking for. So solve a problem that needs solved, and just test and develop as you go. So find a hobby, passion, get that list down, do your research on the market, balance it between high volume and low competition, find your niche, and finally get your MVP out to the market, a product out to the market as soon as possible, because procrastination will just kill that idea and it'll never happen. So just get the implementation, get it out there. That's the biggest tip I can do. It took me, like, I need to practice what I preach on that, but I'm now trying to follow that advice, because it took me like 2 years, 3 years or something to finish off a 40 video length video course called Secret SEO System, which was successful. I put it into Udemy, and it's had lots of great reviews and lots of over 1,000 students. And it was just, I procrastinated. I could have had that out at 10 videos in. I could have cut it down to its bare bones and just got it out there. So that's the best advice I can give you, is look at what you're going to build and cut it down to even, like, instead of 40 videos, 6 videos, and get that out as quickly as possible. Even if you're not happy with it, it's not absolutely perfect, get it out there to the market and people give you feedback, and you can improve it from there, make version like 2.0. And that's definitely where a lot of people get held back. They just try to perfect it and over perfect it and end up having nothing out in the market. Thanks for watching.